In a world where women learn to waltz to get married, Odette's true desire is to own the sky as the pilots of her family. As her brothers rebel against their father to follow their own dreams, she must ask herself if she's brave enough to do the same. This is how the director feels 1 week prior to the to the production of Wings. It seems like yesterday I was going to do my first FSU movie. The first feather just fell. Then I blink and it's the D2, and then I blink again and now it's my thesis. It's insane.
That is everything. Good job, our PD team.
When you are a girl, or when the world sees you as a girl, there are a lot of expectations. In my mind, it's like there's so much that is projected on you even before you were born. I don't like that. I think the world and the human being is so much more complex than that. If you settle for this, you're making your world smaller. She's a princess. A sort of an image came to my mind, and everything was black and white, and I saw just guys standing on the ground. They were standing on the grass, and they were doing sort of a choreography as if they were the swans, as if they were birds. If we can find I saw everything. I saw the camera movement, and this image, I don't know how or why it came to my mind, but it did stick with me. Sometimes this happens to me. Sometimes I have sort of visions, and then I have to build the whole universe, the whole narrative around it. And then, of course, I had other inspirations. Hans Christian Andersen's tales were always a reference for my work. In addition, I watched a play called The Secret of the Wings at FSU Theater back in the day. Although I was already familiar with the story, something moved me deeply after I saw that play. So I heard from some professors of mine that my movies were always very visual driven. I always cared a lot about color and what the color means. And they were kind of surprised when I said, no, this movie is different, is black and white. But of course, the color, black and white, or the fact that we don't have color at all, it's also communicating something. Well, in the story world, there is this culture where women must learn to waltz. And the more delicate and feminine they dance, the more they become desired by men and consequently considered to marry. Generally, terms such as delicate and fragile are seen as part of the feminine world. The female is considered so fragile that she needs not only a provider, but also someone to lead her, not only in the dance, but in life.
My name is Miranda Colley, and I'm a second-year graduate student at Florida State University studying cinematography specifically in the film school, but my background is in dance.
You've had more practice.
Yeah, I'm a pro now. So with all of Amanda's characters, I started with what's called the movement frame, which is how you hold each other as partners. It's those 2 points of contact that are really crucial to feel your partner and maneuver your partner and have that feedback with each other to know where you are in space. So I always start with the movement frame, and then for the waltz, there's the box step, you know, that classic 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 motion. Arms up, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and spin, let go, reach to her, go get.
My intention is to create worlds that are problematic as well, hoping that once society discusses the conflicts the characters are going through, they would also be able to realize, compare, and process the conflicts that are part of our world. What are my expectations here? Well, the movie explores how parents can become toxic when they project over their kids. Edmund, the father, never wanted to be a pilot himself, but his father forced him to. Edmund did all he could to impress his father. Deep down, however, he could not be more than just an average pilot. The theory and technique had been learned, but there are things that cannot be taught. He lacked passion. Therefore, Edmund never achieved the highest level possible as an aviator, leaving his father disappointed. Later on, Edmund's wife died, and now he had 5 sons and 1 daughter to raise by himself. He had decided that the boys would follow the aviation tradition. Since Edmund could not follow his father's legacy, he then imposed upon his sons to bring justice to the name of the family and its tradition.
How did I not notice, Prim?
Hi, my name is Juliana Sarkon. I'm Prim, and I've really loved the experience of auditioning for Wings. We started auditions early in the fall semester, and it was really awesome how Amanda gave us feedback on the audition videos, gave us corrections and different directions and ways to try things out. It made me feel like she was really invested in us from the beginning. So I had an awesome experience and was super excited when I got the email that I was cast.
Everything is falling into place, and I think we're going to get everything we need today.
Yeah, I did. Thank you.
We have a short day because of the sun and the clay, but other than that, I can't wait to work with you all.
So today we are shooting this beautiful tree right there. We see the branches and everything. That's where our protagonist is going to be leaning on. Her lover is going to come from behind the tree. Action! So I think today is a very intimate moment for the characters. We have a couple, and I think this is I wouldn't say it's my first homosexual couple, but this is the one that is officialized. It's not like in between the lines.
I have a pretty good relationship with Amanda, I think. We worked on her last film together. It was called Red Like You, and we just got along really well.
So we picked this one because of the pearls here. Like, that's not bullying. Okay, she agrees that that's a wedding cake.
What I really like about Amanda is that she's a people person. She likes to really make sure that she gets along with the people that she's working with. So I remember we just sat down and had coffee and got to know each other, and that was really nice.
I had an awesome experience being able to work with Miranda and just preparing the choreography and learning it, and it was really cool to be able to bond with Tabby over that and be able to meet each other and work on something before going onto set.
A lot of her imagery is based on swans and this story and this world she's trying to create. I'm very lucky to be able to choreograph for Amanda's thesis film.
I'm really excited. I've never done dancing for a film before, so that'll be really interesting to stage.
And the last time I did a waltz was for my quinceañera, so it was wonderful to be able to revisit that style of dance.
And we're in one of my favorite places in Tallahassee, so I'm really happy to be here.
We did it, I guess. This is possible, everything is possible. Keep trusting yourself and your instincts and your stories. So I guess all my movies, they always have the message of breaking free. They always have the message of freedom. You know what I mean? So freedom and finding yourself and your voice. Finding, you need to find out who you are. I began my path in FSU with the color pink. So I think I can say that I pretty much made amends with the color pink due to my D1. That is how we call the first project that we do here at FSU. D1 stands for directing one, sort of thing. And I'm finishing my journey here with my thesis being black and white. so I guess yeah, I'll keep exploring the palette, the color palette.
Can please stay relatively in a close-ish radius to your department head, so that if it calls you, you're not all the way 50 yards to somewhere else. So
I have some specific goals I plan to achieve while making this film. My intention was to make every shot look like poetry, as well as to use the architecture to help me tell the story. I believe I was successful on accomplishing every item of my checklist. I have no regrets. I think everything I've done here so far, everything I put down on the paper, and then everything I directed, everything so far came out the way I wanted, or sometimes even better than what I expected, what I envisioned.
okay. No. You're fine. What you making that face for? What do you know?
I guess I just want to thank Amanda and thank the whole team for being willing to work on this project and being willing to give me this opportunity. I'm really excited. The script is really wonderful. I feel really honored. So
That's a good movie.
So beautiful.